We are about to do some Wednesday Addams nails. I am so excited for these, and I'm going to say it right now. This is definitely one of my favorite manis I have ever done. Okay, I am obsessed with a Netflix show. I just binged it in like I guess it was like 3 nights. I stayed up super late, like put my kids to bed, my husband fell asleep, and I binged it like 3 nights. So as soon as I saw Jenna Ortega as Wednesday, oh my gosh, first of all, I loved her. As and having Christina Ricci in the series, like seriously, I absolutely love it. And I'm obsessed with her wardrobe. I always love wearing black and white, so I knew as soon as I saw all her sweaters that I had to do like a take on her sweater. So the picture I showed at the beginning is my inspiration for what my nails are going to be, and it was just much easier to do with gel. So I have builder gel on as my base, and I wanted to do clear builder gel so that I could make sure all the colors would really pop and they would be like exactly how I wanted them to, even though I knew I was going to be doing black and white. I decided not to go with like a stark white. The white I ended up going with for part of the design was the Gelcare coconut milk white. It's this gorgeous sheer milky white, and I haven't gotten to use it yet. Well, I did use it on one hand, one layer the other week, but I didn't even get a chance to show it because I ended up having to stop my mani in the middle of my nails. So that one was a mess. This color is absolutely gorgeous. I did 2 layers on it, and it is literally the perfect milky white. If you saw my video the other week, I did the holy grail of gel polish colors for my clean girl aesthetic nails, and it's another Gelcare color, the nude BB cream. And let me just say that now I've tried 2 of them. I am equally obsessed. I think they're phenomenal polishes, and I already have my cart started for a second order because I can't help it. Like, these colors are just so perfect. I have some like base colors that I've been really looking for a bunch of years, trying to figure out, okay, what is the perfect like creamy milky white? What's the perfect creamy pink for me? And it seems like Gelcare is going to be having all these, so I'm just going to make sure I get more, and I will keep showing them to you guys and testing them. I always make sure I leave a discount code in the comments. I don't have one, but I'll leave you the one that I use from somebody that I found on Instagram who uses Gelcare, and I love her nails. It's Hey Great Nails. I will make sure that I always leave that in the description. Now here's the second layer going on, and look at this. Look at this sheer creamy milky color. Like, come on. If you want some milky white nails, like, this is definitely going to be your jam. They are on the pricier side, I will admit that, but now that I've tried them, I see exactly why, because you're paying for quality. That's what I've noticed over, the past 3.5 years. You're going to pay for quality. And for me, doing my nails at home, like, this is my hobby. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now I want to make sure I'm really trying to use as much HEMA-free products as possible. So Gelcare, the ones that I'm using, I don't know if all their stuff is HEMA-free, but these are. So I'm just making sure that, like, even if I have to spend a little bit more money, I'd rather buy less polishes and be able to know that I'm using a good quality HEMA-free instead of ones with HEMA than after I had a skin reaction a few weeks ago, or I guess at this point maybe a few months ago. Oh my gosh, time is flying so fast. So okay, ready? We are doing the checkered look, and I have been wanting to do a checkered nail for so long. So I saw Wednesday's vest that she was wearing in the one episode. I don't remember which episode. I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I have to do. I was freaking out when I saw it because I knew what nails I wanted to do. Like, that's how obsessed I am with my nails. I literally watch shows and think of, oh, what nails could I do? What nails are they wearing on the shows? So I took a little Stitches black gel polish from OG Dip Powder and put it on a little nail art palette. I got this glass one off Amazon. I'm really liking it because it wipes off really well, whether I'm using isopropyl alcohol or acetone. The long nail art brush was really great. I was able to make like really straight lines, which I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed with myself because I don't always do the best nail art. I struggle definitely with nail art sometimes. I struggle with nail art, but getting my cuticles real nice. I mean, even after 3.5 years, like, I'm not an artist. I'm not a nail tech. I just do this at home for fun. I was never artistic, remotely artistic. So the fact that I'm doing this, I have to be honest. I'm really proud of myself that I'm pushing myself to do all these things. And the one thing that I really noticed for doing this mani, like doing little checkerboards, and I've been trying to do this a lot with my gels because I tend to be messy and bump things. I use this little flash cure lamp. Like, I have a couple flash cure lamps. just to hold the polish in place so that by the time I move to the next section, nothing is running. So especially if you're doing like a more intricate design like this, I mean, it's intricate to me, you definitely want to flash cure for a couple seconds in between. Like I did it in between every little checkered box. This way I knew I wouldn't mess up any of the boxes because I wanted them to be really nice. And I did accidentally mess up one. I didn't show it here because all that I did was when I got a little bit of the black gel on my cuticle, on my skin, and then I tried to wipe it off with some acetone. I accidentally wiped off part of the design, but it was like the teeniest little bit, so luckily I fixed it really quick. Now, I didn't have a sparkly gel polish that was HEMA free, so I decided to take the black dip powder that I was going to use on my other nails and mix it with some of the black gel and then some gel base. In hindsight, I would definitely add more gel base to this. It ended up being a little too thick, so it took me a lot longer to do. I wanted to do French tips on my pointer and my ring finger, and it took me longer to do than I'd care to admit because it just was too thick. Like, I like using cream gels, and I actually like working with gels that have been mixed with a little bit of dip, but I definitely did not put enough clear base into it. You need the clear base in it, the clear base gel, because it gives the powder enough, like, of the, I don't want to say runny, but it gives it a better consistency, obviously, because you can't just, like, you know, slap some powder on your gel nails. I mean, you could if you were, like, pouring it over, which I do in my thumb and my pinky. I just dip with those. They're just going to be straight dip. And I have this new little brush I was trying. I was testing out a new French tip brush and I absolutely loved it. It cleaned up my cuticles, or not my cuticles. The French tip brush cleaned up my French lines really well. Just, I had to be careful because the first time I tried it, I accidentally wiped like half of the French tip off, not paying attention. I tend to be a bit heavy-handed on a lot of things. So I flash cured those as well. And then I went over everything with a layer of top coat. I want to make sure that I had my pointer finger, my middle finger, and my ring finger fully cured and top coated before I moved on to my glitter, because the glitter that I was using, this Dr. Malcolm, is a crazy shimmery black glitter dip. And you'll see here in a second. First of all, I forgot to turn on my phone, or I forgot to turn on my video on the phone when I started doing my thumb. So I accidentally forgot to film it, but I showed you the end, how it looks. I only did one dip of this glitter because it was, or the shimmer, because it's so insanely shimmery. I'm staring at it here on my fingers and it reflects this like amazing silver color in the black. Now you guys are about to see what's going to happen here. I decided to leave it in the video. I was dusting off my nails and realized that I had not cured long enough. Black dips are notoriously harder to cure. I think I usually cure for 60 seconds and then another 30, but I think I forgot to cure for the 30. I'm like almost positive. And then I did this. I dumped the entire jar out of the Dr. Malcolm all over my nail desk, and part of it went on the back where I don't have a cover on it, of course, which is where I dumped it. And, I showed some friends this picture and they told me that the mess ended up looking like a rose. They were like, oh, I see a rose. All I saw was the mess, which is so funny because like it makes me think of, when you're in the middle of something, all you see is a mess. But when somebody's looking at it from the outside, they see a beautiful rose. Like, how about, like, I don't know, it just hit me like that's some life perspective to keep in check. And anyways, once I finished dipping the Dr. Malcolm, I flash cured that, then fully cured those. So I didn't mess them up any further. Clearly I have a tendency to mess my nails up, mess my supplies up after you guys saw me dump all that powder all over early in the video. So flash curing my nails in between is something that I am really trying to do all the time now. And I'm hoping that it helps me to stop messing them up, stop bumping into things. When the top coat comes on, like that is one of my favorite parts of doing my nails. You are seeing your mani come together. If the Wednesday Addams nails are too dark for you, check out this next video on how to get the clean girl aesthetic nail look. Thanks so much for joining me today, nail crew.